Hello, welcome to this channel. My name is Enoch. Today we will continue our series on AWS and we'll be looking at IAM Security Tools. We'll be doing an exercise on IAM Access Analyzer, IAM Credential Report, and IAM Last Access. And let's get right to it. Now, AWS provides several IAM security tools and best practices, to help secure and manage access to AWS resources effectively. And these tools enable you to monitor, enforce, and audit permissions and user activities, ensuring that access to AWS environment remains secure and follow the principle of least privilege. And some of these tools include IAM Access Analyzer, IAM Credential Report, and IAM Last Access. IAM Last Access was referred to as IAM Access Advisor. Now, IAM Access Analyzer give you two things. It allows you to do two things. One, it allows you to identify the resources in your organization that has been exposed to entities outside of your zone of trust. Your zone of trust simply refers to people or entities that you have given explicit permission in your AWS account. It can be federated user, it can be range of IP address in your corporate network that you have used in a security group. It can be entity in your AWS organization. It can be entity you have stated, in an IAM role, and so on and so forth. Anyone outside of the entities that are familiar to your AWS account or AWS organization will trigger a finding. And you can work on this finding and make sure that your account is secured. And the second thing that IAM Access Analyzer will help you to do is help you to identify unused permission, unused authorization by IAM roles and IAM users in your account. If you have given someone an authorization to use maybe IAM S3 full access or EC2 full access or some kind of permission and they are not using it, that would trigger a finding and you can simply just right size it to exactly what they need. Every excess permission, in your account create a vulnerability. And we have been advised to not give more than anyone need at any particular time. So when they are not using it, that means they don't need it. So just take it away. IAM Access Analyzer can also review your AWS CloudTrail logs to identify actions used across about 140 AWS services and generate fine-grained policies that you can now use for your entities in your account. You can simply choose a role and in your account and simply use CloudTrail logs, and generate fine-grained policies based on their activity in the account in your AWS account, and you can attach that particular fine-grained policy to that particular entity and detach the policy you have given to them before. And that will help you to achieve your least privilege principle quickly. And how does it work? How Access Analyzer work is that you go to your AWS console, you go to IAM, and you go to your Access Analyzer, you create Access Analyzer. You can create two Access Analyzer. You can either create the one for external access or create the one for IAM role and users. And you can create both. So once you create it, if you notice any unusual activity in your account, it will generate findings and you can review these findings. If these findings are intended, then you can archive the finding, but if they are unintended, then you can simply take action on them and take away unnecessary, overly permissive permissions and block any external access that is not intended in your account. What are the benefits of using Access Analyzer? One, continuous monitoring. Once you create Access Analyzer, it will continue to scan and monitor your account for any unusual activity, and it will alert you by generating a findings if such occurs at any point in time. And there is a central dashboard that provides a summary which helps you easily identify opportunity to right size permissions on your journey to least privilege. They have said that least privilege is a journey. There is never a time that you will say that you have achieved it. You continue to right size your permission based on your perception, of entities that you have given access to in your account. And You can use Amazon Event Bridge. You can use it to automate right sizing permission by using notification workflow integrated with this Amazon Event Bridge. You can automate the right sizing of permission by integrating IAM Access Analyzer with Amazon Event Bridge, which allows for automated workflows. When an event is triggered, like your resources being accessed by entity outside of your zone of trust, or some IAM role and users are not using some of their permissions, Event Bridge can send notifications or trigger remediation actions, such as alerting security teams or automatically adjusting permission. And to receive notification about findings, you must create an event rule in Amazon Event Bridge so that unused access finding are sent as event to Amazon Event Bridge. And you can use Security Hub for an aggregated view of external and unused access findings alongside other security findings. So you can integrate your access analyzer with your Security Hub for a holistic view of the security posture of your account. And don't forget that you need to enable Access Analyzer in all the regions where you have resources. And if you see questions like which IAM feature helps you identify whether your AWS resources are shared with external account or are publicly accessible, the answer will be IAM Access Analyzer if you see questions like this in your certification. And the next one is IAM Credential Report. IAM Credential Report is all about authentication. IAM Access Analyzer is all about authorization, if people are using the permission you have given them. But IAM Credential Report is all about authentication. Are people using their password? Are they using their MFA? Are they using their access key? That's what Credential Report is all about. So you provide a comprehensive report on the status of credentials, for all users in your account. And the report can be downloaded as a CSV file, and you can act on them accordingly. And you can review when each user last used their access keys and detect if any unused or old keys should be deactivated. So you can see questions like this. Just read through it, and the correct answer to choose if you see question like this in your certification. And IAM Last Access, which is formerly called Access Advisor, it works at the user level, and it helps you to analyze when an AWS resource was last used. It provides insight into which AWS services a user or role has accessed, and when they last accessed it, and which services they have permission for but haven't accessed them recently. So it helps to identify unused permissions too. So that's that about last access. You have to go to each user or each role, and you have to click last access. Then you can view which services they have accessed and when they last access it, and so on and so forth. So let's go to the management console now and do our exercise for today. Now this is one of my account. You can see this is the root account, and we'll be going to IAM. Just go to IAM, and you can simply scroll down on your left side in IAM for Access Analyzer. Then you can see external access. This Access Analyzer, you can click it if you want to go there. You can click it, and to bring you to Access Analyzer, then you can click Create Analyzer. Then you can create other external access findings, or you can create unused access by IAM roles and users. So you just create Analyzer, and you can choose anyone you want. But don't forget that unused access, you will pay for it. External access is free. So note that you pay for this one. I think it's $0.2 per month or so. So you can just choose anyone you want, and I will leave this name like this. Scroll down, don't forget, and a service link role will be created to allow for it to function. I will not create a tag. Then just click Create Analyzer, and it will start working from then on. Once you click it like this, it will start working. I can go ahead and create the other one too, but it's the same thing. So that's that. I have created one in one of my accounts here, and let's go and see Access Analyzer. And you can see this is the external access report. It has no findings for me. And let's go and see the IAM user unused access. See, 6 findings, 6 unused roles, 2 unused credential, unused permissions, and see the dashboard. You can see 11 active findings, unused password, unused access keys, see all these things. Then I can go and view active findings, view all active findings. Then I can review it. See, this guy is not using some of the permission I gave him, and I can simply click it, see the roles and users, and I can click this guy and I can see what he's doing, what is not, what permission he's not using. See, he's using 99. He's not using 99 actions in S3 permission that I gave him. He's not using S3 object lambda at all. So I can simply just take this object lambda away from his permission. So that's that. He has never used it. You can see that. I will adjust it later, but there is something I want to show you. Let's go to users and let's see how we can use Access Analyzer with Cloud Trail logs to generate fine-grained policies, and let's see how we can attach it to that individual. Let's go to this guy. And let's see. Just scroll down, and you can see generate policy. Then I can simply generate a policy. Click generate policy, and yes, generate new policy, or generate. If you are using it for the first time, it will just be generate policy. Then you can choose how many days. I can say, okay, in the last 10 days. And let's choose, okay, I have a log here that I've named management event, and what region. Then I can choose all regions, and populate it with a role that it created for me earlier. So let me just generate a policy, and it's generating the policy. So I will continue to refresh to see when it finished generating the policy. Let's just go and quickly do something else, and we will come back later. Let's go to Credential Report. Click Credential Report on the side there, and you can see this is Credential Report, and you can simply download the Credential Report. And let's download one. You see it has been downloaded, and you can open it. And you can see password. You can see MFA when it's last used. You can see MFA is active, true. You can see access key active. Access key is active for this corps. You can see all those ones. You can see access key last rotated. You can see all those things. You can see all those things in this report, and you can simply use it to make decisions about your account. So let's move on from that. That's that about Credential Report. And let's go to last access. Let's go to users. And let's go to Enoch. And you can see last access there. Just click last access, and it will show you all the services that this guy has accessed. I am full access, 4 days ago. I am full access and 4 days ago, CloudWatch. See, all these things, he has permission, but he has not used it at all. I can simply just take this CloudWatch full access away. He has not used it, so I can simply just take it away. So that's that about last access. And let's go back to our access, our user. Let's go back to our user, and let's go to the asset, to the find to the policy that we were generating, and policy has been generated. All right, let's see it. Let's see the policy that's generated. Let's review the policy that it has generated. Let's view all the policy. Okay, you can see it, action included, EC2 IAM organization. You can see all those policies. Let's continue. Let's click next, and you can see it has generated the policies for me, and I can simply just adjust the resources. I can simply just adjust the resource account. I need to put the account number, and I need to put I simply need to get the ARN of this account and just add it to this. So that's what I'm just going to quickly go and do. Let's get the ARN of this guy, and let's get the ARN of this guy, and let's go and put it in the policy. And then we also need to adjust this one. Let's just put asterisk here, save some time, and we are done. So I'll click next, and generated policy. Then I will go ahead and create an attached policy. Policy was successfully created and attached to role but is user. So let's go and see this guy. Let's go and see the permission that has been attached. You can see this is the permission that has been attached to this guy. So I can simply just remove the old one that he has. And remove policy, and we have generated a fine-grained policy, and we have attached it to this guy based on his activity in my account, and that's that. So that's that for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something, and I will see you in the next video.